Hey folks, this is the Beard Out Podcast, and we like weird stuff, and we are proud to be an affiliate of the OddPods Media Network, where there's a bunch of other creators putting out other weird stuff. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show.
Hey, this is Russ.
This is Kyle.
This is Michelle.
From the Infectious Groove Podcast. Join us every Monday for the most fun you can have with a music podcast. The Infectious Groove Podcast uses a positive and fun approach as we take time every week to share our jammy jams, then dig into a thought-provoking topic discussing all decades and genres of music. You can find the Infectious Groove Podcast on all major podcast platforms, or you can head to infectiousgroovepodcast.com to find us there and subscribe. We might have a controversial opinion here or there, but we always have fun with it.
Oh, I'm sure I'll say something dumb.
Subscribe to the Infectious Groove Podcast, part of the OddPods Media Network.
Oh, hey! How are you doing? Have a seat. Have a drink. Boy, I can glad to see you.
There we go.
Yeah, we have done that.
It's the button.
We have hit the button. So, okay. I'm not gonna try and go off the rails super early here, so I'm gonna welcome everybody to the Beard Owl Podcast, the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. Do you like that sound effect?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Right? It's legit stuff.
Pretty dang good right there.
I'm still Lauren.
And I'm still John.
And today, well, it's our second regular episode of the year, so I hope everybody enjoyed what has happened before this. But this episode, we decided, right? Well, we were talking, and we were like, we got to hit another polka sometime soon. So we're going with the original polka.
The OG.
The OGP.
Polkas on 45, which
Yeah.
is number...
Yeah, I'm
What?
curious about that.
Number 142.
Ooh, yikes.
So it's low.
Yowie zowie.
I think as far as the polkas go, this is like 2 or 3 from the bottom. Let me see.
I don't recall this making it very far in our polka bracket either. Our
No.
wop-wop bracket.
No.
But it did set a precedent. You know what I mean? Like this polka.
So it gets credit for that.
Yes, for sure. Oh my
I
god.
think what brings it down a little bit is that it is more of a retrospective polka than the current music of the time of the polka being written. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He was just trying to cut to more like a CYA.
Yeah, it was
thing.
retrospective, and it wasn't as, it didn't feel as cohesive as
Right.
many of the others. Because a lot of the other ones you can put in a time frame or, a moment in time. But this one you can't really place in a moment in time because it's the 60s and 70s into the early 80s. Krakatoa. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man.
So I guess we need to talk about our beers here. I had a difficult time pairing a beer with Polkas on 45. And it was
It's not really all that easy.
No, and it wasn't for lack of trying. It was for nothing jumped out at me. You know how sometimes like stuff just jumps out at me, and I was like, "Oh, that's so perfect. That's so perfect." So I like the beer that I have very much. It smells delicious, and it's actually really hitting the spot for me today.
Okay.
It's from Collective Arts Brewing, and it's a dry hopped sour called Jam Up Passion Fruit and Peach. So there's a bunch in the Jam Up series, and this is the Passion Fruit and Peach one. But my tenuous pairing is the fact that, this polka's a jam.
There
And
you go.
that's super weak. But here we are. But you know what? It gives me an excuse to have a good beer here that I probably wouldn't have been able to pair with anything else, because Collective Arts, they're out of Wisconsin, and they do a lot of good things. Like this is an ale, so it's a sour. It's an ale with passion fruit and peach hops. And I'm sorry, not peach hops. It's ale with passion fruit and peach, and the hops are Vic Secret, Citra, and Mosaic. So it's a dry hopped sour, and it smells fantastic. And it's like, this is going to sound really weird, but this dry hopped sour is the kind of juicy that you want a hazy IPA to be, that it doesn't always get to be.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah, that's fun. That sounds fun.
I have another one of this that's like, oh my God, I forget the fruits that I even got. But I got another iteration of this too. And I just kind of made a blind pull before we started today. It's like, which jam up am I going with? And I went with the passion fruit and peach because I love passion fruit. I love tropical crap.
Is it your passion?
Yeah, fruit. It's my passion fruit.
Yeah.
So, before I even let this episode get any further into it, because I made such a big deal about, we had an episode that actually came out on my birthday. This is not coming out on your birthday, but this is the episode right before your birthday.
Yes.
And so I want to wish you a happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to be 34.
And
Yes,
you're going to be
34.
34. And I was thinking about this earlier today. 34 is the age that I was when the Beard Owl podcast started.
Oh boy. That's what
Yeah.
happens when you've been doing it for 2 years and that you're 2 years older than me.
That is exactly what happens.
That's exactly what happens.
That kind of thing happens, yeah.
Yeah.
So what beer do you have to celebrate this song and your birth?
Well, I have a beer from Dogfish Head, of course, because Delaware. It is an India Pale Ale with peaches and Mayan sun salt.
Oh, we both have peaches.
Yes, it's called Beer to Drink Music To.
That's good.
The can art appears to be a vinyl record.
Very
So
nice.
that fits with the 45
Yes.
aspect. It is our Music Muse Hazy IPA brewed with pureed peaches, tropical hops, and Mayan sun sea salt.
Nice.
I rated it a 4.25, which is surprising for me because I'm not really a huge fan of peach, but it's not overly peachy, so I give it a pass.
Yeah, I like that. I think you're wise to give it a pass in that way. I rated mine a 4.1.
Okay.
It's
Mine
good.
is 5.1% alcohol by volume.
Mine is 5.2% alcohol by volume.
Well, you just have to point one up me, huh?
Well, I think we're within the margin of error. So, we can go with that. How about that?
Yeah, sure, we can go with that.
But we have to jump in, I think. Let's try and be professional podcasters for this episode, because I think the last time the audience heard us together, it was us just kind of going wild on Hardware Store.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a fun little bop.
That's a fun little bop. Yeah, but I think there's a lot to unpack with Polkas on 45, especially since it's the first Weird Al polka. And so, first of all, we have to talk about the fact that Weird Al inserted a lot of classic polka stuff into this. I think more so than he did, subsequently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you've
'Cause
got that classic beer barrel polka to start it off.
Yep. Which leads you into the beer barrel polka, which I think makes this any beer that we have appropriate to talk about this song.
Right, yeah.
So I don't feel quite as bad. Hey, beer barrel polka is in this. I have beer.
Uh-huh.
Connection made.
Yeah. But I guess any beer could be in a barrel, but when you think about the beer barrel polka, you don't think about a sour. You think more like your traditional ale or lager.
This is yeah, I know. It said it was an ale on the
Sure.
can. I'm gonna go with it. It could have been in a barrel at some point.
All right.
Let me have this.
Okay.
But then the beer barrel polka takes you right into Jocko Homo by Devo.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard the real song. That goes for a couple of the songs in this polka. Jocko
Yeah.
Homo, Sex Ima by Berlin, and I don't think I've heard Bubbles in the Wine by Bob Calamay.
It's the Lawrence Welk theme song, and the 1 and the 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God. You didn't watch enough WVIA.
No, I didn't.
Okay. But yeah, that's the Lawrence Welk theme song. So anybody, of a certain age and, inclination, I suppose, would enjoy that. But, but Jocko Homo. Yeah, I think I've heard it a handful of times. Which it's almost shameful for us as Weird Al fans to say like we haven't heard that much Devo because of how influenced he is by Devo. But
Yeah.
like we're into Weird Al, we're not into Devo.
Yeah, that's a fair argument for us to make,
I mean, I got my fill of Mark Mothersbaugh from the Rugrats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he wrote the
music.
theme song and the music, yeah.
Yep. So, like, I get it. I get the whole, like, vibe of him. And the Devo's appearance on Saturday Night Live, in around this time when they did Satisfaction, they did a cover of Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get no. It's so weird. And but this is basically that. I don't even know what is Jocko Homo. So Jocko Homo is the B-side to Devo's first single, Mongoloid. The song was re-recorded as a feature song for Devo's first album, Question, Are We Not Men? Answer, We Are Devo. And Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. And it's like, do you remember hearing this as a kid being like, I don't know what the heck any of this means.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what any of this means. And so I guess
it kind of lost me.
Yeah. And then there's an interlude with the clarinet polka.
Well, just to go back real quick.
You can go back.
On the what you said about Mark Mothersbaugh and the Rugrats music. I absolutely do love the Rugrats music.
Yeah, it's good.
He must have just made like some sort of it's definitely a synthesizer just with a bop bop. Like,
yeah.
Like baba baba.
The Rugrats music really is so good. And when I think of Rugrats, do you have like, and this is probably going off, it doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever. It's our show. We can do what we want. It's our party. We could do what we want. I have like 3 sense memory. Like when somebody says Rugrats, like one of 3 things is going to pop into my head.
I have 3 episodes that pop into my head as well.
It's not even episodes.
Oh,
it's like a thing, like a moment. Okay. Number 1 is I am not an Abadol. I'm a humid bead.
A humid bead. Yep.
The other one is when they're trying to escape the playpen and Tommy makes a key out of Play-Doh and shoves it in his diaper.
Yeah.
Like how is that going to work? You know what I mean? And the other one is that time when Lil put her bow on Phil and the parents didn't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, those are all so it was probably about a month ago I started getting Cece into Rugrats a little bit, and so
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there were like a couple episodes that I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And they did I saw the Phil and Lil thing that you were talking about. That was pretty good. But 3 episodes that pop into my head are the Reptar on Ice.
Reptar, gotta find that Reptar, yeah.
Yes. The one where they somehow got locked into the toy store at night, and so there's the big Reptar and the King Kong animatronics that are like fighting each other.
Oh my God!
I am Reptar.
Halt! I am Reptar. Yeah.
Thor hungry. Thor want to eat.
Yeah, that one, and then the one where they were playing. I think they gave Tommy a bottle of chocolate milk, and they were all fighting over it, and the adults were watching football, and so the kids. It was the Bubble Baby bumper.
Oh, the Bubble Baby, yes.
Baby bumpers, and they were like playing football with this chocolate milk bottle because Angelica really wanted the chocolate milk.
Yes.
But like the babies are like throwing it, and like it's going along to the commentary of the play that's happening on the TV.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, Rugrats was top notch right there. Do you want to? I mean, how do you want to approach this polka? Do you want to go through the songs on the polka and talk about them kind of in order?
We can. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think that's the logical thing to do with a polka because the next is smoke on the water and fire in the sky.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, the hammer hit and the hammer anvil.
Yeah. Do you remember?
That song is about a fire at a Frank Zappa concert, right?
Yeah, because Frank Zappa and the mothers were at the best place around. And some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground.
Smoke on the water.
And fire in the sky. Do you remember our mom had the sheet music to this and she'd play it on the organ like all the time?
Yeah.
She would just like go in and like jam out to Smoke on the Water.
When we first brought the piano from Natalie's parents' house, Mom would come in and play the Smoke on the Water on the piano.
Oh my God.
I feel like it's one of the only things she knows how to play on it.
Well, from memory, I'm sure.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, but I just remember that and Paloma Blanca.
Yeah, and the Fun Roll song.
Oh, the Fun Roll song. Nobody other than us gets that.
I know. What else? What other sheet music? Tarantella.
Oh, that one was kind of our thing, but I mean, no, Mom was pretty much Smoke on the Water and Paloma Blanca.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I mean, that's fine. You got to jam out to what you want to jam out to, and if you want to jam out to Smoke on the Water and Paloma Blanca, then
I think if you had to file 2 songs on what I know how to play on the piano right now, it's Life on Mars and the Super Mario World castle music.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a hoot. You gotta get that piano tuned, man.
Oh my God. Well, some chords just sound really cool when they're slightly out of tune.
Oh.
Like, I found that a 1 octave lower than bass clef C sharp major chord sounds really awesome on that piano.
Can you play that for me and send me a little recording of that? And I can insert
Yeah.
it here. Or not.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll see what we can do.
Okay. Yeah, so Smoke on the Water. I like the accordion where he does the dun 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 dun. And then it goes into Sex by Berlin. Sex.
Yeah, that song
I'm a-
makes me uncomfortable. I wish he wouldn't have put it in there, so let's just move on.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I'm a little girl. Yeah, we talked about that in a previous episode. But the transition.
Oh, yes. The transition from that to Hey Jude is pretty perfect.
I'm a little girl, we make love together. Hey, 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 Jude.
Yeah.
That's kind of perfect. But yeah, I mean, so
Is this the only time he covers the Beatles at all?
the Beatles, other than Pac-Man?
Oh, yeah, the unreleased on an album.
Well, it's on medium rarities, which you can only
Yes.
get on the box, the accordion box set.
Which I don't think is in print anymore.
No, and if you want to get it, it's going to cost you like $1,000.
Yeah, why doesn't somebody just put the music on Spoofy?
I would love to just have medium rarities on Spoofy, or just like somebody just do a pressing of medium rarities, because I'm working my way through collecting all the available ones on vinyl. Anyway,
Yeah.
in part thanks to you for Christmas. Thanks for even worse there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not in even worse quality than one of the other ones you have. What, in 3D was kind of
Yeah, a little skippity doo
one of the funkies. It was a little funky on you.
Yeah, but it's good. It's even got the hype sticker on.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is
Ooh, the hype
yeah.
sticker.
Yeah, it's got the hype sticker. It says
Wow.
includes. It says includes fat lasagna, and this song's just 6 words long.
That's one of my favorites, but we're not talking about that. But it is a
What-
George Harrison one.
I was
so
gonna say
that works.
The only problem is I have to be very careful because the cellophane is a little.
Oh yeah.
But it's the cellophane what has the hype sticker on, so
Yes.
I've got to not. Oh my god, did I really make a sentence like that? The cellophane what has the hype sticker on?
You're just old.
It's the cellophane what has the hype sticker on my Weird Al vinyl album.
My stories.
This is one of my programs.
This is a program. One of my programs.
This is one of my programs, which is why I had to, make our recording at the time that it was so I could watch Jeopardy. 'Cause
Yes.
That's also one of my programs. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah. So other than that, but then it goes into, Hey Jude, take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better, 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 better. Yeah. LA woman.
Now, here's the deal. I'm just going to I'm going to finish off. I know you can't. I'm going to finish off my first beer real quick because my second beer matches with LA Woman.
Okay, pound it, bro. I am not about to do that.
It's gone.
Wow. Wow. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, right? So, this one we've both had on the show, and I think you're planning on popping one later if you get to it.
I'm going to try. Man, I got to work through this jam up.
Sours are very tough to drink quickly. If I could actually go back and re-rate my first one, I would probably drop it down to a 4. It's a little. As I was drinking it more, it was a little more off-putting. But we've both had this on the show before. It is from. Where is it? Where does it say it? Oh, there it is. Thin Man Brewery. Mm-hmm. It is a raspberry sour ale called Minkey Boodle.
Minkey Boodle!
And the reason it pairs with LA Woman is because I got my mojo risin. There's a poodle in my strudel.
Minkey Boodle!
And as you know, LA Woman is the I got my mojo risin. Mr. Mojo rising.
Oh, I just burped. That was fun. It was a sour beer burp, too. Yikes.
But that is a delight.
Yeah! I like the Minkey Boodle. I want to get to
That
my
beer
Minkey
is a
Boodle.
delight. And so, we'll talk about the second band I'm going to mention a little bit later. But earlier in the week, we were talking a little bit because for the last week or so, I've been listening to, on Spotify, David Bowie Radio.
Ah, the Demoted Roadie.
I've instead of just going on my playlists, I've started to just go into like my favorite artists and clicking whatever the radio is that Spotify makes up.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a lot of the Talking Heads, which pops up later. I'm getting some of the Clash. I'm getting some Rolling Stones. I'm getting quite a bit of the Who.
Who?
And so when we talked about Craigslist, we were talking about how everybody goes through a Doors phase,
Yep.
right? And the reason that the Doors are a phase is because, like, then you realize that their music is, like, he feels that it's more important than it really is, and all that kind of stuff.
Father, yes, son. I want to kill you.
Yeah. So, but when The Who comes on, I realize, like, everybody also has a phase of The Who. But I think the reason that The Who is a phase isn't because people realize their music, like, they feel that their music is too important or whatever. The Who just kind of, they kind of are a gateway to other music of the genre. And so it's like, you never really start to dislike The Who. You just move on to other things. And so a couple of Who songs came on, and I'm like, this is a bop.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really liking it. Like,
I love the Who, man.
the Seeker came on.
They call me the Seeker. I've been
Great
searching
song.
low and high. Yeah.
Rush does a very good cover of that song.
I can imagine. Searching
Yeah.
low and high. Yeah.
Yeah, Geddy Lee. He does a really good job of it. But
Ooh, him with
Yeah.
that end whistle bass line.
Behind
I can only
Blue
imagine
Eyes,
that. Yeah.
Behind Blue Eyes is the one that really got me thinking, like, yeah, The Who, really great band that, you know, they just, everybody has a face.
Yeah. I think I had mentioned to you that, like, I had a big Who face, and, like, I was into the Who in 2002. I had to say it that way. But that's what...
Entwoozle?
Yeah.
John
yeah.
Entwoozle?
Yeah, well, Mom and I were supposed to go see the Who. We got the tickets for Hershey Park, and then
Yeah.
John Entwistle died.
Yeah.
And then we go, oh boy. But then they got a replacement bassist, and continued on as a twosome, the twosome whoosome, with Zach Starkey on drums. So I have seen Father and Son
Starkey, yeah.
Starkey, and the Who put on a very good show. You know who opened for the Who when I saw the Who in 2002?
No, who?
No, the Who was the main act.
Yes.
Yes. No, not yes.
Guess
Mom-
who?
No.
Oh.
Robert Plant.
Oh. Okay.
And Robert Plant was wearing white linen pants.
Oh, no.
It was Robert Plant in white linen pants. Opening
All
for
right.
the Who in 2002.
Okay.
This is a poem. This is a beautiful poem that I just wrote here on the show. But yeah, that was quite the concert.
Remember Dad had a tarantula?
Yeah.
He named it Boris.
Boris the Spider.
You sang it too high.
I can't.
The spider.
I can't. I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that to my delicate lady voice.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the? I mean, we're kind of in this classic rock talk anyway. We might as well mention how Inagata Devita by Iron Butterfly happens in this song.
Well, yeah, that's supposed to be in the Garden of Eden, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the guy was just like really drunk or
Inagata
high on Quaaludes or something. He's not sober. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Iron Butterfly. That they did do that on an episode of The Simpsons where the organist at the church like whipped out the Iron Butterfly. That's one of the few Simpsons things I remember.
You used to do stuff like that at church. Whenever you had to like improvise, you would play like just random songs.
Oh heck yeah. I'd throw in little noodlings of things. Nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed. It was kind of awesome. I mean, that was like, especially when you just kind of have to improvise and you're playing to a church full of, you know, geriatric Lithuanians. Like, what are you going to do? You know, they're not going to know. You might as well, you know, do a little da 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 da, and then just kind of roll with it. It's fun times. Did you know "Hey Joe" by Jimi Hendrix before this?
Yeah.
Before
I ever heard the Polkas on 45, no.
No, okay, because did this part made no
all right,
sense?
so
to me.
let's put a disclaimer out there. The first time I heard Polkas on 45, I didn't know any of them.
Okay, that's fair. You
Like-
didn't even know the Beatles?
Let's think about when the first time I heard Polkas on 45 was.
Oh, you know
versus-
what? You're right. This is completely fair. We wouldn't have known any of this.
Right.
You're right. You're completely right.
I was still when I heard Polkas on 45 for the first time, I was probably still in the point where I didn't have my own musical taste yet,
Yeah.
you know?
Because, I mean, this part, if you don't know, it's like, "Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? Da, 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 da. Hey, Joe, pew! Where you going with that gun in your
Gonna
hand?
shoot my old lady.
Caught her messing around with another man.
Yeah.
Old lady, who? Old lady,
Yeah, that
who?
was-
Can we talk about that part? Because that yodely bit is the best.
I mean, I think you just did. That's like pretty perfect.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all you can say about it. That yodely bit is the best.
Uh-huh.
Old lady, who? Old lady, who? Has he yodeled much since then? That you can recall off the top of your
I
head.
wouldn't think so. I don't think so.
Because none of them are coming to me quickly. I could
No,
be
I
wrong,
don't think
and
he
like
did.
maybe one of our super duper commenters can swoop in and say, like,
yeah,
I
one
was
of you commenters commenting in the comments, please let us know.
I was screaming at you. He yodeled on blah 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 polka while I was listening, and I was like, oh god.
I can't hear you screaming because this is recorded in advance.
Exactly. Right. Your screaming doesn't help me. Your screaming does not help me. Yeah, so then goes from "Hey Joe" into "Burning Down the House" by the Talking Heads. Which Weird Al, of course, famously style parodied with Dog Eat Dog.
Yes.
Sidebar. Are you kind of hoping he does Dog Eat Dog again on the unfortunate return of the ridiculously self-indulgent ill-advised vanity tour? Will we see it?
Absolutely.
'Cause
Yeah, that's a top tier.
That's one of my favesies. Oh my god! So I mean, we haven't even said this to the people. People listening.
People assumed.
People assumed, but
Everybody
we are.
assumed.
We're going, and not only are we going, we are going together
Yep.
with our parental units.
In good old Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
So, listeners of the Weird Al podcast, if you happen to be at the Weird Al Yankovic Unfortunate Return of the Ridiculously Self-Indulgent Ill-Advised Vanity Tour event in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, say hi. We'll be in the second row.
Yeah. Try to find us.
Try to find us. We look like
I'll be
us.
wearing a pretty loud shirt.
So will a lot of people in the venue, I'm sure.
I know.
But you know what we look like. We don't hide that. We're very attractive. And you can't miss us.
You can't.
You can't. We're just too beautiful.
And if you do, well, that's on you.
That's right. It's your own damn fault. So, yeah. I mean, but I've been seeing a lot of people commenting around, like, I'll be at the Wilkes-Barre show. I'll be at the Wilkes-Barre show. So, like, if you're hearing this and you'll be at the Wilkes-Barre show, like, we got the whole VIP shebang for the Wilkes-Barre show. So we'll be at all the stuff. So find us.
Yeah. Find us or let us know, and we'll maybe try to say a spot where we could meet up and say hi. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I'll sign your boobs. You can Come on.
I remember the one time at the Osterhout Library, they had minor league pitcher Brandon Duckworth there, and I didn't have anything for him to sign, so I gave him a Sharpie and held out my arm, and I had him sign my arm, and then I took a digital picture of it.
Oh my God.
He didn't really turn out to be much, but he did play a little bit in the MLB.
Was he his Ducksworth?
He was okay.
Wow. You had Brandon Duckworth sign your arm.
Yeah. Hey, any of you listeners, if you've ever heard of Brandon Duckworth, give me a holler.
Yeah.
Hey,
below.
Brandon Duckworth, if you're listening, do you remember that little kid in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania that had you sign his right forearm?
Oh my God. Well, long story short, he got it tattooed, and
I did not.
No, he didn't. Everybody asked him.
But remember,
Brandon Duckworth.
Talking about another minor league player, I remember you said that you were in a bar in Jacksonville talking to some guy, and he was Brett Myers' brother. And I told you, I have a Brett Myers bobblehead.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
you told this guy, and he's like, no way, I didn't realize anybody had that piece of crap. And so I took a picture of it and sent it to you as proof. And he's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
That's just like, the world is a crazy place, man.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah, because I hadn't even lived here yet. I wasn't even living here. That was a trip to scope things out that the company paid for. I was at the Applebee's by the office and by the hotel. There was an Applebee's, and I went to the Applebee's, and they had karaoke. It was like a Wednesday, and so I was like, okay, this is right by my hotel, and there's karaoke, and it's Applebee's, and and I ended up talking to this guy.
Every Applebee's has to have karaoke at some point.
Exactly. And so, like, I ended up talking to this guy, and he's like, I went to Coughlin. I was like, oh my God, I went to Myers. These are our high schools that are, like, right in the same city that no longer exist. But we're like, and we're both here in Florida? This is wild stuff. So, I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do more than dance. I'm hot-blooded.
I like the little interlude that happens
The
after that there.
That's the Lawrence Welk. That's Bubbles in the
is
Wine. Yes.
I didn't see. There's no words to it, so I just kind of thought it was. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's the Lawrence Welk theme song.
Oh well.
So you heard it here today, folks. John likes the Lawrence Welk theme song. And the one, and the two.
And a 1-ba, and a 2-ba, and a 3-ba.
Exactly. And then it actually goes into, from that point,
every breath you take.
Every move. Like, I love how heavy this part of the song is.
Yeah.
Every punch you break, every step you take.
I'll be watching you.
Boom, boom, boom,
Ba-da-dum. So you gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, here till the end of time. So you gotta let me know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Should I stay or should I go? Very good.
I think we were too close. We might be copyright stricken.
That's true. We might get hit by the copyright strikers.
Yeah.
It's a bad time for us.
And then we get to the most covered artist
And polkas. Oh, guess what?
ever here.
Minkey Boodle.
Oh, there you go.
I cracked my Minkey Boodle. I've got a doodle in my noodle now, and his name is, in fact,
Minkey Boodle.
Minkey Boodle.
Oh boy.
Oh, see, this is why we don't usually record in the evening with young Master John.
Yeah. I haven't woken up before 9:30 since Thursday. And I'm still tired.
Yeah, well, sometimes
What's wrong with me?
Sometimes you oversleep, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah, well.
When you sleep more than what you're used to. I don't know.
It happens.
Yeah. So for those of you listening, like, people hear me talk to people at all sorts of times of day because a lot of my very special episodes are recorded in the evening. But when it's me and John talking, it's usually in the afternoon. But we're talking at night. This is Beard
This
Owl.
is Beard Owl Podcast After Dark.
I was going to say After Dark. This is Beard Owl After Dark. It's bad.
Who knows? Yeah, well, who knows?
It's BAAD.
We'll see.
Beard Owl After
Yeah.
Dark.
Oh, you got me there.
Yeah.
I'm like that's kind of subjective. I don't know.
It's not bad. Oh, here's my Minkey Boodle. Oh, I miss my Minkey Boodle. Do you think they're going to make it again?
Maybe. It is pretty good, but I mean, a lot of times these beers are like one-offs and you'll never get them again.
Thin Man! Thin Man!
If you hear me,
Can you
please
hear
make
me,
it
Thin
again.
Man? Thin Man, can
Anyway,
you
the
hear
Rolling
me?
Stones-
Thin Man, can you hear me?
the Rolling Stones have
Cancel.
14 have 14 songs in polkas.
Yeah. Most of them are in that one polka.
But still,
The Hoot Rooks Polka.
yeah, I mean, there's Jumpin' Jack Flash here.
It's a gas, gas, gas.
Yep, and then Mick Jagger in State of Shock.
Ooh.
State of Shock. And then the Harlem Shuffle.
Do the Harlem Polka.
Yeah, and then the Hot Rocks Polka.
Everybody now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do the Harlem Polka. Word to your mother. No, that's not that, but I like to put it there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So do you think if he hadn't put Jumpin' Jack Flash on polkas on 45, it would have gone on the Hot Rocks Polka?
Absolutely.
Do you think anybody would have been offended if he did it anyway? Like,
If he... I think it would have been like that one scene in The Simpsons where the comic book guy is like, in this one episode of Itchy and Scratchy where Itchy is playing the xylophone, he clearly hits the same key twice, but it makes two different sounds. Somebody should have gotten fired for that blunder. It would have been like...
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been something like that, I guess, huh?
Yeah. But, I mean, what are you going to do about it? Who cares?
Nothing. What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? And then it ends with My Generation. Well,
Yeah, and so this past season on The Masked Singer,
woo!
I thought it would have been funny if who ended up being Johnny Rotten, people were thinking that it could have been Roger Daltrey, and so I thought it would have been funny if he sang his own his own unmasking.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Never for 1 second did I think that was Roger Daltrey.
Oh, no. Me either.
I don't know what's like. Here's the thing. A lot of these newer people, I will admit that I don't know as much as I
Right, yeah.
as I could or would or should, But I know my classic rock voices, and I knew that was not Roger Daltrey. I think you nailed the fact that it was Johnny Rotten, didn't you?
Yeah, I got that one. I knew it was a Sex Pistol. I just forgot which one was
The singer.
Was alive.
Yeah, because that's right. You had messaged me and said it's Sid Vicious, and I was like, can't be. He's dead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
And you knew what you meant. You knew it was the Sex Pistols. I mean, if you had just said, hey, this is the Sex Pistols guy.
Yeah, you would have given it to me. Yeah.
I would have given it to you.
Uh-huh.
But, alas.
So anyway, we were talking earlier with the first song about Nickelodeon. So why don't we talk about Nickelodeon with the last one, too? So, The Who with Nickelodeon. Do you remember in Doug, the Beats?
Yeah.
They were definitely modeled after The Who.
Yeah, I feel like they were, to pull a word that you like to use a lot, I feel like they were an amalgamation of The Who and the Beatles.
They were. By name they were the Beatles, but by music style and appearance, they were the Who.
But then if you ever heard the Beats talk, it was, we're the Beats.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah. So it was definitely an amalgamation, because they were Liverpoolian.
Sure. Okay.
I like doing that accent.
Yeah.
Somebody
Now,
stop me.
Didn't we talk about... I think we talked about the Beats a little
We
bit.
We did.
On a previous, and they had some really good names of band members.
Band members and songs. I need more allowance. Yodelay. But
and Killer Tofu.
I love the Who, and you. What?
I looked up the members again. I think this is the one that got me to laugh last time. Chap Littman.
Yeah, Chap Littman.
The guitar. He played guitar. And then Monroe Yoder was the lead singer and bass.
Yeah, Chap Littman.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good
Wendy
stuff.
Nespa was keyboard and tuba.
Yeah, we laughed about the fact that it was keyboard and tuba.
Yes.
Because that's something.
Killer Tofu, I need more allowance, shout your lungs out, where's my sock? I sneezed on my face, my foot's asleep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, they're fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous stuff. So, I love it. I love the Who, though. Like, you're right. I had a big Who phase, but I can still listen to and enjoy the Who a ton today. Like, my generation and, like, that era of the Who is not my favorite, but
No.
the Who, excuse me, unlike the Beatles, the Who, unlike the Beatles, got out of the 70s, got out of the 60s rather, and into the 70s, and did something different in that new decade. Right?
And they even made it to the 80s too, didn't they?
A little bit.
I feel like, isn't Eminence Front?
Yeah, and
or is that just Pete Townsend?
No, Eminence Front is the Who.
Is the Who? Okay.
Yeah, that's
and
the Who.
that's 80s stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they had 2 albums.
Keep it moving. Who beep beep.
Yeah, beep beep. Yeah, going mobile. They had 2 albums post Keith Moon.
Yeah.
And then they continued, touring.
Well, they
still
toured for ages and ages. They just didn't put out new stuff.
Right, and because they didn't have a reason to. Much like,
right.
Much like Billy Joel still tours. Hasn't
right.
put out an album since 93.
Right.
But nobody needs him to.
Right.
You know?
And Elton John's been touring. I know he stopped, but like, when was that Elton John's final album?
This is Elton John's most recent album.
Most recent album. When did
yes,
it come out?
2021.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a whole bunch of, it is called the Lockdown Sessions, and it's a whole bunch of duets. It is it's a quadruple album.
Oh wow, and you got it on vinyl.
It's a double album, so there's 4 sides, so it's two albums,
Okay.
2 vinyl thingies, and 2 vinyl thingies. Oh my god, vinyl community, don't kill me.
Records.
2 records, but the last side of the second, side 4, for me, is the only thing that is really worth hearing.
Is the one with Lady Gaga on there?
No, Lady Gaga is not on this.
Oh, the one with Lady Gaga is on Lady Gaga's album?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I heard
Yeah.
one
Side.
sign
That's
from
on.
her above.
Yeah, that's on Lady Gaga's. But this is
Okay.
E-Ticket with Eddie Vedder, Finish Line with Stevie Wonder, Stolen Car with Stevie Nicks, and I'm Not Gonna Miss You, which is the song that Glenn Campbell wrote as he was dying from Alzheimer's, that he kind of took and repurposed for this. But like everything else has like Dua Lipa and Nicki Minaj and Charlie Puth and
How is the song with Eddie Vedder?
like really upbeat.
Yeah?
Really upbeat.
Can you understand what Eddie Vedder says?
No, but it's really upbeat. It's really upbeat.
Good, then that's classic Eddie Vedder. I don't
Yeah.
like Eddie Vedder when I can understand him.
But like I had to get this, obviously because it's Elton, and secondly because like he did a duet with Stevie Nicks on it.
Yeah,
And I was like,
okay.
oh, I'll get it for myself. And I did listen to the whole thing, and I will listen to it again as like background music and stuff. But like it's not like my favorite, but like Elton's still doing stuff like that.
Right,
Because people
right.
like being able to check off their bucket list. Like, oh, I did a duet with Elton John.
Uh-huh. Well, I've seen a lot of Elton John stuff. Like, he's been doing a lot of duets and features with
He
people.
just did a
Like, he
Christmas
did one
song with Ed Sheeran.
with Ed Sheeran, yeah. And I saw that, I think it was last year or the year before, he did one with Gorillaz.
That's on this album.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not my favorite, but I mean, I just saw that he had done it. So, like, he has been active,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah. Because there are some people that, like, you have performers and then you have creators.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And people can be both, and people can be one or the other, and people can change as time goes on. And I think Elton very much started out as a creator. In that, like, in his early days, was very singer-songwriter sort of stuff. Didn't necessarily want to be the spotlight. Transitioned into being a performer, with how flashy and whatnot he became. But that creator bit of him never really settled down. Whereas
Right.
somebody like Billy Joel also started out as a creator. Kind of always stayed a creator, but like had to perform it. And
Yeah.
then when he hit a point where those creative juices sort of stopped, he was like, well, I'm just going to perform it now.
Well, Billy Joel is the entertainer.
He is the entertainer. He's the idol of his age. Yes, he is the entertainer. Yeah, I love that. That's great.
It bothers me to no end that song is not 3 minutes and 5
3:05.
seconds.
I know.
It would have been too perfect if he had cut it down to 3:05.
He really needed to cut it down to 3:05. Now, how long is the single cut of Piano Man?
I don't know. Is it 3:05?
It might be, because that line in The Entertainer is in reference to them cutting down Piano Man.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know. I'm just devil's
Sure.
advocate moment.
No, I
just
got
saying.
you. I understand.
Just saying. So, but then you got guys like the who rap out this polka, who, the who,
Yeah.
who.
Oh, I did have a question for you, and it's about another band in this list here.
Okay.
So I know you've been a huge Beatles fan, and we were just talking about how, like, the Who haven't put out anything in a while, and how Elton John, kept touring and kept putting out music. But the Beatles, did you like their music from when they were touring, or did you prefer their music output after they stopped touring and would just be in the studio?
It depends on the day, to be honest with you. I have Beatles moods, and I know this is not the answer that you are looking for from me, but, like, I break the Beatles up into 3 distinct parts, which the middle part is actually broken up by the touring distinction. Because I've got your early Beatles, and then the mid Beatles, which goes from, like, Help to Revolver. And
What was the last album they toured?
Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul?
Yeah, they stopped touring in 66. And, Revolver, I think they kind of toured a little bit. I'm sorry. So, you know what? Maybe it is broken up that way. But that's not to say that I can't answer this question, because it depends on the day. Because there's some, like, late Beatles stuff that I'm just like, oh my God, I wish these guys had just, like, stayed on the road because there's, like, so in their heads.
Right.
Which is what that Get Back documentary on Apple Plus.
I didn't watch that.
Dude.
I've seen some recaps of it, but I haven't.
It's like, it's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Was it good?
Fabulous.
Okay.
Like, absolutely fabulous.
I know it covers that brief time that George quit the band for like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it covers that. There's some really great Ringo being Ringo moments, and you get to see the birth of a lot of songs that you know.
Yeah.
And it's worth it. It's worth it to watch because it gives you an appreciation of, like, they were trying. That's why Get Back was called what it was called, because they were trying to get back to where they were when they started by just kind of sitting in a room and playing together and, doing things that way, which they hadn't done in such a long time. But it was a too little too late kind of moment because they were all kind of going off in their own different directions. And they couldn't really get back to where they were because, when the Beatles were starting, George didn't really have much of a voice, but he'd matured as a person and an artist, and he wanted to have a voice now. And then John and Paul were like, well, this isn't how the Beatles used to be. Like, George, just play your part, And so you get to see that all unfold, and it's very, very, it's very interesting. You don't have to sit and watch it all in like one shot, obviously.
Right.
I
don't think I could.
No, nobody could. I watched it in even, like, I split the 3 episodes down into chunks, so you can start and stop it as you please, But it's worth it. I would say watch it. Faux show.
Which of the Beatles do you think had the best solo career? Like, as far as music output. I'm not saying, like, you could say Ringo because he's touring with his all-star band and, that's one way to do the solo career. You've got John Lennon, whose solo career was very shortened, for obvious reasons. Paul, who did his own thing with Wings and then his solo stuff, and so, like, that's very different. And then George, who, he put out his couple albums that were successful in their own way.
Yeah. They all did it so differently is the problem with it. I'm not going to give you a good answer for this question either, because there's no good answer for this question because they all did it so differently. Would I have liked to see what John Lennon did post 1980? Absolutely, because that would have made this maybe an easier question to answer. I'm not sure.
Right.
Because like Paul had some very high peaks and very low valleys as far as like musical output goes.
I will say that his Christmas song is probably one of my least favorite Christmas songs.
Weird Al Yankovic has even gone on record saying so. So
Yeah.
we're in agreement with Al in that regard. Yeah. But like Ringo has some great little solo bops that are just like yeah, like that's so Ringo. You can't like no, I can't no more. I'm tired of waking up on the floor. I'm like, okay.
Right.
And and then George also has his funny bits, because George was very in with Monty Python. So
yes,
George
he was very integral into Monty Python getting a couple of their movies, produced and made,
right. So it's difficult, and then Paul is Paul. I think as time goes on, I feel like Paul is just like, oh my God, Paul, just like get over yourself a little bit,
Yeah.
Where Ringo's just like, oh, peace and love. I'm warning you with peace and love.
I'm warning you with peace and love. I love that.
And Ringo's just Ringo, and you can't hate the guy.
No, you can't. You can't. And he's the drummer that the Beatles needed. He might not have been the best drummer, but he's the drummer that the Beatles needed.
Exactly.
They didn't need anybody flashy. They didn't need anybody that's gonna, have these, 5-minute long drum solos that are like gonna knock you on your ass.
Exactly.
Like, he just needed to keep a steady beat and, stay in his lane and, keep it all together.
Right, exactly. A Keith Moon or a John Bonham would have gotten kicked out of the Beatles.
Right. Yes.
Right? Because they couldn't, Ringo was Ringo just enough. He brought the personality in the interviews, but he wasn't too flashy anywhere else.
No, and I don't think he wanted to be flashy is the thing.
He didn't. No, he's
right.
Just
he
like,
didn't want to be in the front. Yeah, he's just like his own thing.
Can I tell you my favorite little Ringo story before we wrap this up? The last
sure,
time...
but I do have one more follow-up question based on my last question, but go ahead.
Okay, I just need to tell you this little Ringo story. The last time I saw Ringo, it was like 3 or 4 months after I had moved to Jacksonville. Nobody wanted to go see Ringo with me, so I bought one ticket to see Ringo at the theater downtown 2 days before the concert. I got a ticket in the balcony, and I'm like, okay, like whatever. So I ended up sitting next to this nice British lady. We had a great time sitting in there. But Ringo, he played the drums in the background on one of the other All-Star Band guys' songs. And Ringo knows that everybody's looking at him, even though somebody else is singing the song, right? And then they kind of dim the lights, and the lights come back on, and it's time for Octopus's Garden. But Ringo's standing a little off on the side behind a little keyboard. And then Ringo looks at everybody and he goes, "That's right, I'm over here now."
That's
and
funny.
It was just so perfect. I'm over here now. I'm like, I love you.
Cheeky little
Rinky. I love you, Ringo.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your next question?
So my follow-up question for you is, so for any solo album that any of the Beatles put out, is there one album that is like hands down like the best of them?
In my opinion,
Like, is any one particular George album the best out of all the Beatles solo albums? Or, you know what I mean? Do you understand the question?
yes, All Things Must Pass is the best out of any Beatles solo album.
Okay. All right.
Even though I love 1973's Ringo by Ringo because it's the closest the Beatles ever got to a reunion because every Beatle is on that album.
Right. Okay.
And Band on the Run is great.
Isn't that Wings?
That's Wings. But it's still a Paul McCartney post-Beatles album. So
Sure. Okay. All right. I'll allow it.
So, but yeah, I think All Things Must Pass. Because All Things Must Pass, this is going to be a terrible analogy, and I'm really sorry about it. But, you know, like when you've been constipated for a really long time and you finally go and it's really good.
Yeah.
That's All Things Must Pass. Because George has been holding on to these songs for such a long time because John and Paul wouldn't let him
put them on. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't give him any more album space. And so maybe that's why it's called All Things Must Pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because it's like, oh, there it is. Like that's it's a solid album, and it's, you know, there you have it. That's my take.
I have a funny little anecdote about All Things Must Pass as well. A couple years ago at either my nephew or niece's birthday party. I think it was my niece's birthday party because I feel like it was in May. They cut the cake and people were eating cake, and I think it was my nephew Tyler. He either ate like a piece of a candle or like a tine of a fork or something, like a piece of plastic. And they're like, "Tyler, did you just eat that?" And I said, "Well, as George Harrison once taught us, all things must pass." And people started laughing. It was good.
That's amazing. Can I tell you a little story about your niece and nephew?
Sure.
So I was up visiting your home in December for Cecilia's birthday.
Yes.
And your niece and nephew, Rosalie and Tyler, are there with their parents as well. And I'm upstairs coloring at your kitchen table with Rosalie.
Mm-hmm.
And Cecilia and Tyler are running around upstairs like crazy people. All you parents are downstairs.
Yeah, just letting them. Yeah, because they can go do their own thing. It's fine.
I'm running around, and I looked at Rosalie, who's, again, it's just this is more for the listeners, but she's 5.
5. She turned 5. Yep.
I looked at Rosalie and I was like, "Where are all the mommies and daddies?" And she kind of furrowed her brow, and she looks at me, and she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, I'm nobody's mommy." And she's like, "You don't have any kids?" And I said, "No." And then she sat back in her chair a little bit, and I looked at her. I was like, "Why is everybody letting their kids run around up here with me? I'm nobody's mommy." She's like, "Wait, you don't have kids?" She goes, "Do you have a husband?" And I said, "No, I don't have a husband." And then she looks at me again. She kind of screws her face a little bit, and she goes, "What do you have?" And you know what I said to her?
I do know, but I'll let you do your review.
Okay, thank you. I said, "Fun."
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Rosalie kind of liked that. Like, that was a fun little story for me. I was just like, no. And then once she realized, like, I didn't have any kids of my own, she kind of was like, why are they letting all these kids up here with this person?
Yeah.
Even though I'm the oldest one in the house.
Yeah, Mom and Dad were gone at that point, weren't they?
Yeah, I was the oldest
okay.
person in that house.
Yeah.
I was not responsible for anybody but myself.
Yeah.
We colored real nice though.
Well, hey, you're the cool aunt, I guess, right?
I am the cool aunt.
You were being the cool aunt.
Exactly, because Rosalie did ask if she could call me Aunt Lala, and I was like, yes, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Because what am I to your wife's sister's kids? Like, what am I? I'm nothing really.
I'm trying to understand, like, if we have. Okay, so
Like, you're their uncle, and I'm your sister.
Yes. Yes.
But
I'm trying to think yeah. What else in our family is of that same relation, and what have we called them in the past?
nothing, because Mom doesn't have siblings.
But Dad does.
But that doesn't matter,
I know.
because it's married siblings.
Oh, it's married in. You're right. You're right. It's married in.
So we would have nothing like that, because Mom's an only child. So
Dang
we
it, Grandma and Grampy, we never figured it out.
Well, you know, I will say though, shout out again to our pal Nathan Rabin and his beautiful illustrator colorist friend Felipe Sobrero. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm real sorry, Felipe. But
edit it in post. Figure out how to say it and edit it in post.
No, I'm just gonna. Hey, Felipe. I'm just saying, Felipe. But I did gift the weird coloring to Al to both Cecilia and her cousins for Christmas. So I'm hoping to get some beautiful artwork soon.
More like beautiful fart work, am I right? No, I'm
Yeah. Hey-o, fart work. But yeah, you know. So I mean, I already talked to your sister-in-law Sarah, and I was like, you know, if you send me the pictures, you know, I'll share them with the author of the coloring book, and you know, everybody be, because Rosalie wants to be an artist, and so, you know, if she colors it real good, like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Could be amazing.
Could be absolutely amazing. So, and then this polka ends with the ear booker polka. We have to make sure we say that.
Yeah, the ear booker. Yep. Is that? I forget. Is that what ends most of the first ones?
This is the first appearance of the ear booker polka, and this is what ends all of the polkas until until
the Way Moby comes up.
Until the alternative polka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the ending of the polkas until LASIK.
Okay. That's a good way to define it.
Yeah. Wow, John. We were extremely on point and professional.
We attempted to be.
No, I think we did. I think this is one of our more.
I think of all of our tangents, the tangents were actually more related than they usually are. We didn't go on a tangent off of a tangent. We stayed at pretty much on tangent.
Yeah, we were like always within sight of where we were going.
Yeah, we never did secant or cotangent or any of that stuff. It was always tangent.
Thank you, math.
Cosecant and secant. Sine, cosine.
Is that what Cece does when she tries to find me?
Secant.
Secant. I'm gonna secant. Do you want to put a pin in this then?
That's your job.
What would you like for me to?
Sure.
Would you like to say anything to the people on your last episode that they will hear of you as a 33-year-old human being? Human bead.
You know, nah. If they want to wish me happy birthday, they can. If they don't want to, that's fine too.
Okay, listen, all you commenters. Wish John a happy birthday, or I will. I don't
or
know
don't. That's fine too.
I will rain hellfire upon you with the wrath
on me.
We gotta get your wife on the show.
Yeah, we do.
I put a tweet out into universe.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure people said, "Hey, we want her on."
They did. So. I got a lot of Jeff replies saying yes, and a lot of retweets. So
yeah, so we're gonna. I think we're gonna try for the Mother's Day episode.
Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. Yes. So, yeah, get your wife on the show.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
No, you don't want to hide your wife. You want to hide your kid. So you're going to have like mom come up and watch your kid.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
That's
put
on
it-
us. I also might need a second microphone or something.
Dad has one.
Yeah.
You know, have Natalie use her own laptop, plug in the microphone, and just record it.
Yeah, we can make it work.
I
have
know.
another laptop, but I just don't.
We don't have
Yeah.
to talk about this now because I don't want to
I
edit
know.
this out of the episode, so I'm going to leave it here. But anyway, we're going to try and make this happen. It's more of a convincing the woman to be on the show with peer
Yeah.
pressure than anything at this point.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, this has been, I guess, another episode of the Beard Owl Podcast, which is still the podcast where we still talk about the two greatest things that are still in the world, beer and Weird Al. And I am still Lauren.
And I am still John.
And I guess we'll...
Except I've moved around quite a bit.
Yeah, you kind of have, haven't you? You know,
I'm still John, but I move around.
we're constantly moving, but we are still who we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we
Who
do
knows?
this-
Maybe one of these days we won't be.
we won't be, because if we're doing this show for 7 years
Yeah.
and we say I'm still we're not going to be the person that we were when we said it 7 years ago, because all of the cells in our body will have been replaced.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess my essence is still that of the essence of Lauren.
And I'm John.
And we're coming to you again next time, people. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Are you still recording? Oh, when did you stop? Oh, sweet. Sweet mother of God.
Oh, sorry. We got a one. We got a capsule again.